Dear friend, have you ever been in a situation of discord with a friend or family member and made the mistake of reacting horribly? Well, haven't we all? It sucks when you can't take back your behavior or the words that came tumbling out of your mouth. I had a situation like this come up recently. One of my friends had remembered the wrong time to pick me up and give me a ride to an appointment. My car was in the shop, so I had to bike several miles in the hot Florida sun and heavy traffic to get there. I remember feeling frustrated that he was often late and unorganized, wishing I had asked a different friend who was more reliable. The way I handled this situation was by bluntly calling this friend out for struggling with addiction, sleeping in every day, still living at home, and not having a job. What I said was through text messaging and came out very harsh and judgmental. His response was that he didn't want to hang out with me anymore. Later on, I asked him if we could talk in person, hoping for a chance to apologize. I realized that what I said came from me taking his problems personally, which I shouldn't have done. After he agreed to talk, I became really hopeful that we could stay friends. When he got to my place, I could sense how awkward things were between us. He was hurt and angry. I remember him saying, "I know what I struggle with, and I don't need to be judged for it." He had a pretty valid point. I told him that it was wrong to be so critical of him, and that it was not my intention to hurt him. In fact, I wished I could take it back. I had care and concern for him, but what I said wasn't the right way to handle it. I told him how much I deeply valued his friendship, reminding him of all the wonderful qualities he had. Although he said that he forgave me, he no longer invited me out. He stopped texting or calling me too. I was so hurt. I missed spending time together. I beat myself up for days, and I couldn't sleep or think about anything else. And because it consumed me, I became desperate to fix it. This led to me making vain attempts at reconnecting, texting him to see if he wanted to hang out, even though he wasn't ready for that and it wasn't what he wanted. This drove him away even further. I was shocked that someone I spent several days a week with would throw me away so easily, and questioned if we were ever really friends to begin with. To me, he seemed unforgiving, holding a grudge against me for making a mistake that I had already apologized for. But there's a deeper rooted issue related to this situation. I have a tendency to really put myself down anytime I make mistakes that hurt others. This is because a majority of my 20s was, unfortunately, spent hurting others. For years, I struggled with anger and frustration, became overwhelmed, and reacted out of pain. I said things I didn't mean, pushed people away, and built walls to try and protect myself. I lost some of my most treasured friendships because of this, including the relationships I had with my sisters, and it took me years to realize that I was the problem. Now, at 30 years old, when even one thing I say comes out the wrong way, I can fall right into a pit of despair. I worry that the person will see me differently, won't forgive me, or hate me forever. I have a huge fear of losing friends. And even worse, these insecurities have manifested an inability to forgive myself. Which is exactly why, when my friend could not forgive and forget so easily, I struggled immensely. I felt helpless and angry with myself. I recognized old, familiar feelings of worthlessness trying to consume me in their powerful grasp. And here is where I had to make a decision. Was I going to continue to beat myself up more and more? Or did I have the courage to walk away from a situation that was only hurting me? One of the bravest things you can do in life is to take a good hard look at yourself day after day until you finally understand your shortcomings and insecurities. It takes bravery to not only know that you are deeply flawed, but to see and feel it in your experiences with others. Self-awareness may be scary, but it's the only way that we can grow and do better. If you're on a journey to be a better person, remember that it takes time and work to change our bad habits, including our reaction to conflict, which is why it's okay and normal to make these mistakes. It's the only way we can practice doing better. I have to remind myself that there will be times when I struggle with the words that come out of my mouth. There will be times when I have to fight the urge not to drive people away. There will be times when I have to redirect myself to be vulnerable, open up, and ask people what their motives are instead of accusing them. No matter who you are, you will hurt others and others will hurt you. It's just part of relationships. Relationships are hard. Life is hard. But I'm here to tell you, it's okay. You're not a bad person. You're on the best journey life has to offer, becoming a better human. It's a slow, painful process. There will be loss and there will be a lot of hurting involved. But don't give up. At the end of the day, you have to do what is best for your personal growth. I'm not able to be in an environment where I feel shamed for my mistakes. I need to be around people who are loving and show grace, kindness, and forgiveness. And I'm very blessed to have a few of those people in my life. Those friends are the ones who are teaching me that it's okay that I'm flawed and it's okay to forgive myself. Those are the friends who have faith in me and teach me to have it in myself too. So I chose not to be angry at this friend or to see his reaction as throwing me away. Instead, I acknowledged how much this person meant to me. I sent him one final message, letting out all of my love, because as scary as it is to say the truth about how we feel, vulnerability has this uncanny way of setting us free. I knew that he probably wouldn't respond, and he didn't. But that's okay. It was time to let go. I don't know if my friend will want to mend things one day or not, but if he ever does, I need to practice what I preach and be forgiving towards him too. I cannot hold on to the hurt that I felt when he stopped talking to me. So I have made a commitment not to hold any of his decisions against him. I know all about building walls, so wouldn't it be ironic if I was upset with him for building some of his own? It might hurt me, but that's okay. It's okay to hurt. It's better to feel our pain than to turn it into anger. Even though losing people we love really sucks, it sucks so much. What's most important is that I learn from this. I am human and I will make mistakes, but I will own those mistakes. I will apologize and keep my commitment to do better. How others react to that is their decision, and it's their choice if they want me in their life or not. Instead of beating myself up, I choose to believe in myself. I choose to be around forgiving people. I choose to be a forgiving person. I can and will do better, and so will you. Things are going to be okay. Love, Phoenix.